Disu. And today being Wednesday, it means that today is their Bunmi Day. My guess is she's called me twice actually. Poor woman, left home at about 7, I think, and she's still not here by 9. But I think she'll make it. She keeps calling me to tell me Uncle Jimmy, Uncle Jimmy, Uncle Jimmy, Uncle Jimmy. So, but whilst we're doing that, then I'd like to say hello also to Auntie Bunmi Shofola. All of us knew um, the late Princess Adenrele Ogunsanya. She even sent me a message yesterday. May her soul rest in peace. When I heard that she was dead yesterday, I broke down. Not because nobody is too old to die. No, that's not the issue. But it came like a bolt out of somewhere, something you least expected. I was still looking forward to having a swell and rollicking time with my auntie, on this platform and my Saturday discourse. I put her on standby because the perspectives that she gave in the last 2 or 3 engagements we had were quite matured, and one looked at it quite critically. When you talk about Lagosians or like dignitaries of Lagos State, she is one of them who left her high pedestal to go to the streets to fight for a better Lagos. We mustn't lose sight of that. She could have jolly well sat back. She's from a very prominent family. Her father was the late Adeniro Ogosanya. When you go to Sule looking for where to buy meat pie and all these things on Adeniro Ogosanya, we all tend to forget that it's named after somebody. Just like Buddy Thomas too, just like Erimo too. Even Lulu Megbon, everywhere is named after a family or somebody. She is the daughter of the late Adeniro Ogosanya, who crossed divides. He crossed the tribal divide to align with Zik way back in the day, when people still had their heads fixated on tribal unions. And so she comes from a very good background, and she left and this woman, her last job was SSG. SSG is not secretary to the state government. It's not a small job. That was the last job she did. She didn't have to. But like she told me, she said I was born into it. And she would always talk of our people. That's one word. And she, of course, it would be in Yoruba. She said, when you are our people. She always had so much concern about our people. So Lagos will miss her. She's from the Korodu division. Lagos State will miss her. I hope they give her a befitting burial. She more than deserves it. Like I usually think. I think that something happens when you die. Your ancestors will be waiting for you and asking you to give account. What did you do? Because right now, Lagos State has a very serious challenge. Very serious, very serious challenge that transcends either APC or PDP or whatever. Lagos State is in a complete mess. Is in a complete mess. Even politically, is in a complete mess. And I'm surprised anybody would claim success in Lagos as a basis for wanting to be elevated. There's no success story in Lagos. There are successful people in Lagos. Because Lagos is a woman that doesn't mind being raped left, right, and center. Yes, and that's what registers in my head. Lagos is there, you can come do whatever you like and get away with it. And now we have a complete mess on our hands. And so she was one of those. She would always call me privately. And I last time she came here, she started going around the compound, invariably before she got to the gate, asking people, go and register, get involved in what's going on. Because Adenro Ogusanya could have just sat back and gone to the south of France. I think her mother was French, I'm not sure. But because she's mixed race, and therefore she had, of course, that means she's a British citizen. She could have gone to put her feet up in Cannes and just enjoy her life, go to film festivals and so on and so forth. But she was with the people, and she was in very close contact, especially with the people in Ikorodu. I was, I even said I was going to put a call through to Auntie Tinu, Mrs. Tinu Gbadamosi, to commiserate with her, because I saw her post on Facebook. All of us have to follow the example that this woman left behind. All of us have to follow that example. Don't close your eyes to the bad that is going on around you. Because if it doesn't meet you, it would meet someone who is connected to you. Like they say, when you throw something up in the market, it's your family, either close or distant, that the thing hits. So, may she rest in peace, Princess Adenile Ogunsoya. I hope they'll give her, a befitting burial. She was not a rowdy person, so it's not a question of numbers. When we talk about befitting, it doesn't mean the crowd that comes. No, it's the dignity that will apply to it. And I hope the state government would get fully involved in that process. I just hope they would do that and put partisan politics aside. But I must commend the Lagos State Governor for the statement that he issued. Very matured, very measured, and I like them to keep that up. She's no longer a Jandor person again. She's gone. What is left of her belongs to the state and is above the political realm. So I hope everybody gets that. If they haven't thought about it, start thinking about it now. The state should give her what we would call a befitting burial. I'm not saying go and buy a gold casket. She's not that kind of person. But something decent. And see, if they are magnanimous enough, because I know how long it took to beg them to do something about Stella Dadevozone that was even non-partisan. But I hope the state will be magnanimous enough to see if she can be honored in some kind of way. It's not until you politicians, almost every other thing here is named after governor or this or that. No, there are people who contribute immensely. If I die now, they must do. If they don't do something to recognize me well, I will go after them. Even let me try and brighten myself up. I will go after them in that because I've sacrificed my life for these states. One time I saw 2 years ago, they said man of Lagos said man of the year. One politician somewhere that nobody even knew what he was doing. So we hope that happens. Okay, now the time is about 10 after. I don't know what is happening to my guest. Let me try and see. And Philip is gone. Is he behind the pillar? No, he's not. Okay, we'll try and see if we can establish how fast it's going, or else we'll just go on the solo run, really. Sorry? I want to take a break. You think I should? Okay, let me take a break. Do I look? I'm not putting my t-shirt off now.
Join the conversation no matter where you are. Download our mobile app by searching Nigeria Info FM on the Google Play Store and the Apple App Store. Also, get news updates in sports, entertainment, news, and current affairs right on the app. 99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.
Leading the conversation.
We black people must understand what is really going on.
Import milk, sugar, toothpicks, toothpaste, handkerchief, pencil. We don't make.
Presenting the facts and access to pour out your mind.
Every time you bring in a shipload of rice, you also bring in a shipload of unemployment because you are transferring your wealth to sustain other economies.
So let's look at an Africa that must be free to take care of herself, an Africa that's free from exploitation in broad daylight.
They need jobs. They are children. They've graduated. They've come back home to begin a second child because there's no factory to employ them.
99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.
My guest, Mrs. Babadola, who has been on the road from about 6:30, is still caught on 3rd Mainland Bridge, trying to find access to Lagos, so she's not going to be coming. So I'll slug it out with Madam here, though I'm so scared. I'm so scared, but let's see how it goes. She said, my husband was a lousy lover. Was our marriage a mistake? Must I have a boyfriend? That's Nkechi. Which Nkechi is this? This one is 26. This Nkechi is almost 50, it's almost 67. His friend hit on me. What does it mean, hit on me?
Liked her.
When you wouldn't, I was like, he becomes a monster when he's drunk. I know about that one. My ex wants me to lie to his new girl. Okay, we'll take that one more. By the way, dear Bunmi, Auntie Bunmi, good morning. Yes, you said that you Amala, there's Amala today. But that's no wonder I was rubbing my stomach in the morning.
Your tummy news.
Yes. Once a month there's Amala Gbegiri and all the Orishi in Auntie Bunmi's house.
Really? That
once a
sounds
month.
good.
I'll invite you one day.
Okay.
Will you come?
Will I come? I will come.
Come. You meet old journalists. Sometime Uncle Sam shows up. You meet Muyiwa Adetiba.
I'd like to do something like that in my house. I like the idea.
But these are people that've been together for about 40 years.
No, I'm not saying for her circle. I'm saying something
for
individuals. Yeah, it's nice.
Can you cook Amala Gbegiri?
I cook very well. Not the snare. Hey,
I didn't say anything.
No way.
I
You don't believe me?
That you cook very well.
The taste of the pudding, Abby?
No, that one has its own implications. Second base, Jerry.
Hey.
Very. Not that I don't think that you don't cook well.
But
Don't get me wrong.
But
you see, I have a very sensitive stomach.
uh-huh.
You remember 2 Fridays ago, I couldn't come to work because
Yeah.
I moved the Bombel. I went to eat nice restaurant, nice lobster and whatever. But the pepper.
was too much.
So I have a very sensitive stomach. I can't, except I bring. Okay, can I come along with Philip?
To come and test
No,
it.
he will taste it first.
No, don't even come at all.
No, he will taste it, then we will go and come back. Okay, I was just joking, of course. I know he can cook. She said my husband was a lousy lover. I recently discovered through a mutual friend that my so-called best friend and my husband had an affair. Ha! Ari, when I contacted my husband about it, he denied. Of course, he would deny. When I told him of the facts at my disposal, he said it only happened once and she didn't mean anything to him. Why do men always say that? Where is the honor in all this? If you've done it, you've done it. You don't need to rub it in by saying, oh, the woman didn't mean anything to you. I think it's not right. It's indecent. If you are caught with whatever it is in the cookie, say that, okay, yes, I did it, was a mistake. But not to say that she didn't mean anything to me.
So how come?
Yeah. Well, the truth is, sometimes these things don't mean anything to certain persons.
Sometimes it was possibly just tangled up emotions,
No, sometimes just like want to go to the toilet, want some relief from your bladder. But when
I don't understand.
But when I confronted my friend, what she told me was even worse. She said my husband was rubbish between the sheets and I could be better off getting myself a real man. That's a lie. That is shakara.
No, it could
She
be
just
true.
wanted to rub. No, that's rough now.
No, but you can that's it rough without saying that.
It is bad enough that you went having something to do
Yes.
with your best friend's husband.
Yes.
Then when you are now caught, literally passed down.
After all, there was
nothing to it. What he did was, and she succeeded, because that one is no longer talking about what she did. She's not talking about why the woman said that he had nothing to.
But she will be considering it maybe possibly because there is some truth in it. There might be some truth in it.
But she says that I can't believe the brazenness of this my so-called friend. She does have a friend now. But wait a minute. If a woman has a friend and the friend's husband comes on her or the other way, who would we blame?
Both of them.
Equally?
Equally, yes, both of them. If rape did not happen, both of them.
Both of them.
Mm-hmm. Both of them. Because it takes two to tango, so it's both of them.
But there's something that says that, also tells us that we are not in control of our emotions. Is that an excuse for it?
Maybe that's why somebody killed someone with iron today. When she gets to court, she will tell them she was not in control of her emotions, Abby. So I understand that there are times when emotions, get the better of you. People make mistakes. I always leave room for that. We are humans, but
so would you
your error.
Would you leave allowance for this one?
No, it is still their error. Both of them, it's their error. It doesn't cancel the mistake.
What about if the woman claims that God don't say he was the devil, he just tapped me on my body. Maybe the man used kurubeto. You know that you might laugh about it, but even when I was in comprehensive high school at Etoro, the Yoruba teacher then, what was his name? I was in lower 6, but we heard what happened in the class. Then of course they said that in Yorubas have something that wants to just slap somebody like this.
The person will follow you.
He could just follow you. Be golugo to this.
So maybe the man did that.
Maybe the man did that. How do you then hold the woman responsible?
No, you see, the biggest problem in this story is that this woman does not have a friend. You know,
she doesn't.
That this
neither does she have a husband. Yes. If she doesn't have a friend, she doesn't have a husband. If the husband cannot as much as respect the woman to the point of going to have something to do, there's a lot of treachery involved in this.
Yeah, on both sides. You know why I emphasized on the friend? The husband, yes, has a case to answer also. I'm emphasizing on the friend because the audacity to even look your friend in the face and say, after all, your husband was even nothing.
The shame could have been so much.
That is not shame. That's brazenness. That looks like a deliberate, like she knew what she was doing. It was a plan.
Then you remember last week we were talking about something. ED. Sometimes I'm telling you, sometimes it could be ED. They could you do it to go and disgrace yourself.
And so who did the ED now? Who sent them work? At least in the last week's instance, we knew who could be throwing the EDI. Who threw this one?
So this one is not the case. 0700 993 993 993. Let's keep the ball rolling. Okay, you can call in and 01465 7190. Whilst you're thinking, looking for your phone, you've sent the child to go and buy credit. He hasn't come back. Let me read the second story. This is by Jimi. The second story says that, dear Bunmi, my boyfriend and I were together for 3 years before we agreed to get married. But since we came back from our honeymoon, our relationship has gotten worse. Oh, Marshall. We argue all the time, and I'm starting to worry I don't love him anymore. You did make a horrible mistake by getting married. I think you did.
Maybe not.
If she says that, what do you mean maybe not? If she says that as soon as they came back from this, they started arguing. We argue all the time, and I'm starting to worry. And she said she doesn't love him anymore.
No, that's not true. You don't unlove somebody just like that. So what I think...
the question is, did you love him in the first instance?
That's what I'm saying. So if you loved him before, it's not like a button. Love, unlove. Okay. I mean, unless you are mistaking what love is.
You will help me now. I need your assistance. I'm ignorant. I'm naive. All I know is how to roll tire down the road. How does a woman know if she loves a man? Answer now.
Like, what are the conditions?
I did not say conditions.
How does a woman know that?
How does a woman know that she's in love with a man?
Okay, let me. Maybe this is not totally specific, but these are the ideas I have about it. So constantly, it's not in the short, but there's a deep passion. Your person. No, I tell that the ingredients is not one thing. Passion can be just attraction, but it's deeper than just attraction.
Yes.
You know, you really want to be with this person all the time. You like talking to this person all the time. You want to be with this person forever all the time. I think generally that's it.
That's what you think love is.
No, that's not. That's a description of the ingredient. I don't know how better to describe it.
Are you cooking food? How do you know? Would you know that? This Ladio, I love him.
And the person makes you happy all the time. I think that's very important for women. Yes. When you think about this person, you feel deeply happy.
And that every time, I also think that every time you try to fix him into everything that
you're
crosses
doing.
your mind.
Yes. The person pops up everywhere and you feel thoroughly happy.
Now, the question you should have asked me is, you a man.
No, I wanted to finish my own now. People are taking turns.
I want to beat you to it.
So that it is sweeter. Now it's your turn.
So now let me look at it critically. How do you know that you love a woman? You know, no.
I feel like playing a song. When a man loves a woman.
Who said you see me? You're doing eye for me. Your eyes went dim when you were singing the song. And a man.
I didn't know such thing.
The truth of the matter is that I don't even think sometimes a man knows how much he loves a woman until the woman is taken from him or she goes away.
But what's the feeling? What's the component of?
Sometimes it's a package. Sometimes it's the woman, and I think it differs from person to person.
Oh yes, certainly.
I think with me, my first, I'm not one for beauty. Woman fine, who can find none here? I mean, hey, she could be fine today and not be fine tomorrow.
Yeah.
So I mean, so
Life happens.
rather, I think the thing that plugs me down with a woman could be intellect. Definitely, I like women who are bold. I like women who are confident. Okay, they don't need to refer to a third party.
Yeah.
Before, so I think with me it will build up over time. It won't. I don't believe in love at first sight. At first sight, what a man wants to do, Nedu said it here, and I agreed with him. What a man wants to do is
the sheets.
Is the kind of thing. Yes, in wrestling, just pin the person to the ground. I think that is what is in the forefront for men.
But I
That's
think
the
I
first-
think a few men do have this love at first sight thing.
Yeah, it's a lie. They don't mind the men. No, the men are good packagers. The first thing that occurs to you when you see a woman is that physical part.
And I think for a lot of women too.
Because even if
Or some.
it's a sum total really, but
Yes.
you will know that I can't know, not you will know. Some women will know that as soon as a man hits on you, this first thing, it can either by tactics be pretending that they feel I'm a woman, it doesn't matter. But his first is when he has done that his eye go come clear.
That's when he knows if he wants to stay.
That's when he
or
knows
moves on.
That's the honest to God truth. We are being adults here. I wonder what you feel out there. I'm afraid to put on this phone now.
Before they start talking NTVB.
I'm afraid to put on this phone now. And the first person that will call, I'm sure, will be Pastor Ladipo. Put on. Let's see who the caller is.
Okay.
Good morning, sir.
Morning. Who's calling?
Uncle Jimmy, you get it wrong. It's not Pastor Ladipo. This is Chris.
Chris. It's even good that it's you.
Action lady, good morning, ma.
Morning, sir.
Uncle Jimmy,
Yes.
may the soul of Mama rest in peace. You know, I spoke with him the last time he come to your studio. It was with you.
Yes.
Yeah, we were talking about Jandor, right?
Yes.
Look at that. The man proposed, God did.
God disposes. Yes.
I'm telling you, it's well with mommy. Thank you. Uncle Jimmy, quick one. I've been telling you about this, your Kurube. The thing they disappoint you at times. Let me give you Kukwama Nonya.
No, I don't want that one. Kurube is fine. Kurube, it has worked. It has worked all my life.
But how come when we ask you, you said something about Mataku? You say no. Did I say so?
No, it's that one just to divert. It's just to divert our attention.
Kukwama Nonya, they beg. Thank you.
All right.
Women are here.
The women are here. Let's hear the women. Yes. Hello. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Yes, ma'am.
Is that Uncle Jimmy?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, this is Akibe of the Liar. I
Yes,
want
ma'am.
to make a reply to your what both of you said about not being in control of your emotion, which is anger. God gave us anger because we are from God's image. He also gets angry, and then deal with the city and Sodom and Gomorrah, and many other things.
Yeah.
So, but it is recommended that in our anger we must not sin. So I think that should be a breastplate on our mind or heart. That irrespective of how terrible a situation is,
Yes.
we should place that in our mind that we should not sin.
We should not sin. Okay. Thank you very much, madam. But did we talk about anger?
No, we're talking about
Did we talk about anger yesterday?
earlier this morning, the woman that killed her husband.
Okay, that's what she's referring to. I was wondering. Okay, it was a bit out of my depth. Do I still have time to take?
No,
Okay.
actually, we should be.
So we
out now.
should take a break now. We'll take a break and we'll be right back.
Does this room come with free breakfast?
Airtel, the smartphone network. At AIO Prep Academy, we understand the
Digest with Jimi Disu.
You're welcome to the Daily Digest with Jimi Disu. And today being Wednesday is Dear Bunmi Day. I'm in a rush to finish to go because I want to eat the amala fresh.
Look at somebody sharing amala picture early in the morning
Yeah,
on Twitter.
Because I said it.
Oh my God.
Yeah, there's something about amala that I love. And I'm sure Auntie Bunmi can't wait to see me. We haven't seen this yet. Okay, now, this one, Wemimo, look at this story here. This lady is 26, and she's been with her boyfriend for 4 years. They've been living together. But she says that we live together, and for some time, our relationship has been threatened.
By
All kinds of things. Could be financial challenges, all kinds of things. But then a few weeks ago, one of her Bobo's friends came to stay with them, pending when he would get the accommodation that was promised him by his new office. Okay, maybe they are staying in wherever it is, so he came to stay with them. Now, she doesn't say whether it's a two-room apartment or it's a room and parlor.
Yes.
Safe.
So what's the sleeping arrangement like?
They have, if you've been dealing with estate agents and you're aware, I'd say they have one they call room and parlor. Safe. That means I don't want to ask kitchen. We don't know whether it's room and parlor or whether it's, we don't know what it is. But anyway, she moved in with them. We got chatting from time to time until things got flirty. Then they were kissing and necking and
with
so on and so
a
forth.
friend.
With the friends, whatever it is.
With the boyfriend's friend.
Yes.
Ah, okay.
Yes. But they didn't get to.
They act.
Yes, they didn't get to this thing. So she now told him off that no, don't let this one we are doing is enough. So she says she's not acting oddly and sometimes ignores me. Should I tell my partner what's been going on, or should I try to act normal until this friend of his leaves? What kind of is this? Anyway,
what is this?
She's a 26-year-old. So
that's why she should not have sense.
She should know what to do.
I was married at her age. Conche Coco. 26.
When I mean by Coco, she's acting even much younger than
she's
age.
acting like a 13-year-old
yes.
asking a teenage question.
Yes.
What should you do?
What in the first instance, you have no business with the guy, but since you've gotten that far, if you want to put a complete end to it, look for an excuse and go back to your own house.
Abi, you don't have a house.
Maybe she doesn't.
And
and then you find sometimes some people want to eat their cake and eat it. Want to have their
it.
cake and eat it and still keep it in the fridge.
That was be magical. you think hitting with the guy is wrong, and the guy is now leaving you alone. You're still having a problem with that.
Yes, he says he's acting oddly and sometimes ignores me. What do you want him to do?
Don't you want you? What do you want?
But that's a typical man for you, though. If he sees that I'm doing a direct translation, if he sees that there is no road there, he will go back into his shell.
But that's what he should do.
Because the guy is probably even afraid that you might have told his friend, but his friend is, so I think what she should do is to go find somewhere else to be until the gentleman. I wonder what our ladies think.
Well,
she says, should I tell my partner what? Don't tell him more. Or you think she should tell him?
If she wants to go seriously long term with her current boyfriend, she should make up her mind, because I'm thinking that she's also attracted to this friend. That's why she's bothered about him ignoring her.
Adi, you think she likes this friend?
Yes, now, because if you say somebody is disturbing you and now he leaves you alone, and his leaving you alone is a problem, it means you like him.
Like my friends from Ilorin will say, Toh.
Like it,
Toh.
So you deal with your emotions first.
We don't reach the best thing for her, even if you're attracted to the guy, go find somewhere else to do your nonsense. The best thing for you is to go back home or go stay somewhere until the office gives this guy. But sometimes this office giving the guy
accommodation.
It could have been a story.
Yeah, for him to stay long term.
But should she tell the guy?
I don't think she will tell the guy. I think she likes the boyfriend's friend, so she will not tell the guy.
If she knows she's
and even if she tells the guy, if she truly likes this boyfriend's friend, they will still find a place to meet. These are the kind of stories you hear later that.
So if you're a man and you have your woman with you do not accommodate your friend to come and spend some time with you.
Sensible. Especially if your friend is finer, is more mature, knows how to. It might be problematic.
Okay, who would the woman prefer under normal circumstances? Circumstances, a man who is settled and has his home, or the one that is waiting for the office to give.
You don't know if the job he got is a better one than his boyfriend's. For them to even offer him accommodation might be a better job. And even if the guy is more packaged than the current boyfriend, she might be tempted. So don't put your woman in temptation.
What does this mean if it's more packaged? I don't understand. Those of
you
you
want
on YouTube
to
can
put
see.
hand inside my mouth today to be
I'm not putting hand inside your mouth. No, but when you say it's full pack, you kept going like that, and even the chair was shaking. So, well, I'm ignorant, I'm very ignorant.
Let's go on to the phone lines.
I don't know anything that to roll bicycle down the road. Can you tell me what a full package
under the rain.
Is it? Let us knock it out now. Is it money? Is it full package money?
It's one of it. If he has money and doesn't mind spending it, some ladies are attracted to that.
So are you one of those who says that no money, no love?
No, I'm not. I wish I were, but I'm not.
You wish you were?
Yeah, I envy people who are, because there's the way you treat a lady that's just very harming. Some guys just naturally know how to behave around women, and that's what women. Sometimes you just like the person for that. So if this guy knows his way around women, problem why now?
I have a crucial question to ask.
Please leave me alone.
I'm afraid. Do I behave very nicely around?
No, you do not.
Let's take. Hello. Hello, good morning. This is a tough day. Hello.
Hello, good morning.
It's a man. Save me, please. What's your name, sir?
Mr. Ezekiel is my name.
Mr. Ezekiel.
Okay. Put off your radio.
You can hear your sweet voice. Say something again. I like the way it sounds from there. Put off your radio. I beg, okay.
So the topic you are into now is a very delicate topic.
And
that brother who they help, is trying to sow seed into a soul that is not good. He's playing with his entire life, because that is friend for life. And if you find out to know that he is doing that thing, that's a friend for life. Can never trust him any longer.
True.
It will not get anything to do with him for life again. So that young man should desist from that lady, should go far from that lady, or less if he don't want his life to be tarnished. That is my only take on that issue.
Okay, sir. Thank you very much. Let's take another one. Hello.
Hello.
Morning.
Morning.
Yes.
Okay, the lady, my name is Bunmi.
Yes.
Dear Bunmi.
Uncle JD, you owe me one. You know the Bunmi that is speaking.
I know the Bunmi that is speaking. That's why I was speechless. I'm drinking water at the moment, so I cannot reply.
Okay, good. Don't reply. That response is later. That lady needs to be talked to. She doesn't need to do that. It's unheard of. It's not a very tidy thing. Your friends, your boyfriend's friend, the same house, and she have more pride now. She doesn't need that kind of drama. She needs to be attracted to somebody. As long as be attracted to somebody that is fine. We're not someone that is in the same house with her supposed boyfriend and herself. And that guy too, they're housing him for Christ's sake. Doesn't he have shame?
Can I have when Mima was talking about let me read this one. Don't go away, Bunmi. This one says, "Good morning, Mr. Jimmy. I have my friend in my house
right now,
and my daughter and also should I
maybe
ask him
this
to
one
leave?
is maybe his wife and his girlfriend also.
I'm just helping him for a while." What does he say?
His friend is living with him. His wife or girlfriend and his daughter is also with him. He's asking, should I send my friend away based on this story?
Okay, now that Bunmi is an expert, she says she's an expert on this matter. What should she send him away?
In the first place, why is the friend staying with them? There's something wrong with you helping your friend out. Don't get me wrong. But there must be some decorum on the part of the friend and the part of the madam in the house.
Yes.
No, years back when I was doing my master's, I remember my dad's friend, I had to stay with him for a while. And the wife called me to one corner and said, I do not trust my husband with women in the house. I didn't have to say much, and I moved away. I never told my father till he died that this is your friend.
You didn't tell him, but he'll be listening right now. You know, dead people still hang around. Yeah, Bunmi Oshele. Oh, there's something me.
What his friend's wife told me. I mean, my father was their best. He was the man's best man at his first marriage. But she said, "Look, I don't trust." As she was second wife, I don't trust my husband around grown females. That's why I don't have a female house help. And I kept quiet, and I moved on.
Okay.
But my father and his friend kept their friendship to the end. I didn't spoil it. There was no need. So the woman she must have her head screwed on. She doesn't need to do that now. Her friend's husband, her boyfriend's friend in the house, and the man said, not get shame. Yeah, they're housing you. On both sides.
But it's also risky if he is offered the food and he doesn't take it.
What's risky about it?
Does he want to be like Potiphar's wife?
I think that Bunmi all said and I think that all said and done, situations like this should just be avoided.
Yeah, it's plain and simple.
Plain and simple.
JD, your friend from childhood is in help, is in need, is in their needs, is in dire straits. And because you have a girl in the house, no, now. Your son has to transcend both back the relationship. You have to help a friend.
Well, I'd rather err on the side of not helping him than I find some other way.
Okay, you know what? You're going to get him. Is that what you want to do? No, now.
No,
you don't owe him a wole now.
No, now. I won't give him a wole.
If you were single, it's a different thing. If you're single, your heart should be open to your friends. But once you're married or you're engaged seriously with someone, you consider the other party.
If it's to turn my house into a boys' hangout.
Strike this. Let me rewind. My dad just passed on. My mom told me a story about how his friend housed him for 3 years. They were married.
Still doesn't make it.
My father was of exemplary behavior. I'm not sure if I know my dad to be who he was. There's a line you don't cross.
Yeah.
You don't cross that line.
Put us not into temptation.
Put us not into temptation.
Put us not into temptation. Even the Bible says you should run away from temptation. Don't put yourself in that.
Okay, we pick another call because our lines are buzzing.
Yes.
Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, Uncle Jimi.
Morning, madam. I have an echo. Can you please put the phone to your ear?
And put off the radio.
Okay, hello?
And put off the radio. Yes, I can hear. Yes, I can hear you now.
Okay. Please, Uncle Jimi, my name is Nome.
Oh, Nome?
Oh, Nome, yes. Nome, very Nome.
Nome, okay.
I'm calling from Owe area.
Oh, your name is Onome Wafi.
It's very Nome. And I abbreviate it as Nome.
She's Nome.
Oh, Nome, okay. Okay, then Nome. Yes.
She mentioned before. Very Nome.
Okay, let me hear the long version. Let me just hear it. I want to hear it.
Uncle Jimi, I've been trying to reach you. I want to reach you either on phone. The number that is on internet is not going. I want to reach you, sir. Whether you give me a point, whether to come to your office or you give me.
What happened? Tell everybody the open now. What is it?
I need to see you.
For what now?
There is something that I want to discuss with you, and I don't want to discuss it on air.
Give me the topic. Its topic is around what now?
The topic is around injustice.
Oh, okay. No, that one you go and see your lawyer. Thank you very much. Let me pick the. Go and see your lawyer. People come to me. I'm not an activist. I don't get involved in private affairs. People usually run to me. What you need there is a lawyer of the police. Hello, good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Uncle Jimi.
Yes.
Lady, I'm sorry, I don't know your name. Oh, sorry, but good
Her name is Wemimo.
If you don't know my name, whose name do you know?
I don't know. I have to say the truth.
It's all right.
Okay, you have said the truth.
Now, there are two ways to this story. Yeah. First of all, the friend, I'm quite disappointed. Not only in his friend, in the person that brought the person into the house. You understand? Because it's somehow I just see it from this angle of show me your friend and I'll tell you who you are.
Yes.
If you have morals, moral attitude with your friends, and I think they will reciprocate same for you. So I don't know why I'm saying it from that angle, but you don't. I'm thinking this is some sort of vendetta.
Okay.
Because it's almost impossible for
All
you
right.
to house your friend, and this comes in.
Okay, I think I'll be taking my last caller now because any minute the takers will show.
Hello, sir. Good morning, sir.
Morning. Who's calling?
Great. I'm sir from Lekki.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. All that depends maturity, sir. Because I stay with my friend when I lost everything around 2009. I lost everything when I wanted to travel to Canada. But a friend called me that because I wanted to commit suicide then.
Wow.
He said, no, I don't have to do that. He called me, he take care of me, he sent me to phone engineer where I fix phone. It changed my life. I stayed with them almost 1 year and 1 year and a half. But I do not have issue with them. It's all about maturity. But sometimes there's how you avoid some things in terms of eating, help them do some other thing, clean their house for them, do something, contribute something. But in terms of
did you ever have any tempting issue? You know.
Exactly. If issue is about to come up, there's how I avoid.
How do you avoid it? How did you avoid one? Tell me.
No, I did emotional intelligence. Maybe like now, I knock now. I wanted to come inside, and they refused to open. I'll find solution to hang around.
That one is not temptation.
No, they're asking if you had it. I don't think he heard you. Were you ever tempted or attracted to the wife?
Not at all. That is what I say maturity.
Oh, not at all.
Not at all.
Well, I don't. Thank you very much, sir. I don't think I will attribute it to maturity only. I think that the grace of God is also in this thing because, no, you know the human mind. Some people have done things they never imagined they would do in life.
True.
You know.
True that.
Okay, I got to go. It's 9:50 now. Any minute from now, the takers will be here. There will be taker 2, taker 1. Tomorrow, I'm going to have Yomi Badejo Okusonya. He's an old student of Igbobi College. He's also the vice chairman of the association. I think Igbobi College is 90 this year. And we'll be talking about what alumni should be doing for their schools. Giving back. And giving back meaningly and meaningfully. So we'll be talking about that tomorrow. My school set just represented 50 years of our living school. I couldn't believe it. And so we got together and these things do come up on how do you actually give back. I place a premium on giving back with value. You know, not just doing it for the sake of it. So I'm going to discuss with Yomi Badejo Okusonya tomorrow at 9 o'clock. And then on Saturday, on Friday, I have these young people I would have had last Friday. They'll be coming in. Then on Saturday, we are going to talk about the issue of school fees. If there is a very strong parent out there who feels so strongly about this, I'll be more than glad to have that person also come in. But my primary host will be Rhoda Odigbo. She's an educational consultant. We might take one or two things from Madam Larawa Willoughby, the teacher we honored here not too long ago. So that's what we're going to do till Friday, okay? Very much thank you. I can't thank you enough for bailing me out.
My event.
I guess your event too, yes. I need very much to tell us what is this event.
I didn't mention it earlier this morning. Some of them know if you listen to the morning show. So like I announced this morning, my phone is out of whatever. But we're having a seminar on Sunday.
Yeah, scratching your head.
It's my head.
But you did it to me.
No, that's different.
Okay,
this is my head.
No, I just wanted to...
Oh no. So we're having a seminar. There's a community for men on Facebook. It's called Pro Version Man. You can join it if you're male. There are women who have snuck in there. But we're having a seminar. It's called Before the Vow. It was meant for men getting married this year. So we're bringing you 2 sound marriage counselors to talk to you about the things to watch out for to have a good marriage. But people have asked that married people want to come. So if you're married, you can also come. If you're single or married, male or female, now you can
Divorce
come. Yes, you can come. If you're planning to get into another relationship, you can come. It's happening on Sundays, 3 hours, 3 to 6 p.m. You have to pay to come. It's not free. I've said I'm not doing free event again this year. So I'm paying just 2,000 naira to come. So the details...
Puff and
of course they'll have small chops surely. So I mean the free ones I do say I give them refreshments.
Should they eat before they come?
Eat before you come, because I say you come and eat lunch on my head. You're going to have refreshments surely. But so the details are on my social media handles. I can't post anything for now until I fix my phone. But the details you'll find them there. Wemimo Sport.
Okay, so that's what. And remember, please follow me on Twitter. Twitter is back now. Follow me on Twitter. I spent all my life on Twitter. Now I spent all my life on Twitter to keep the action going. So you must follow me on Twitter. Okay? You must follow me on Twitter.
At Jimi Disu.
At Jimi Disu, yes. That's all.
www.jimidisu.com.
That's all. I'll see you tomorrow at 9. Bye.
99.3 Nigeria Info. We are more than just radio. Subscribe to our YouTube channel at Nigeria Info FM. Check us out on Facebook at Nigeria Info 99.3. Follow us on Twitter at Nigeria Info FM and on Instagram at Nigeria Info FM Lagos for live updates as it happens. 99.3 Nigeria Info.